Today, I'm going to talk to you about thinking. Thinking is something women do a lot of. Do you think a lot? What are you thinking about? I asked my husband that and he goes, you think of all the time. That's all you do. Women think. Men are not thinkers, I feel like, as much. But this video is really about how do you use thinking time to move your business forward and life forward. And I learned about thinking time years ago at a mastermind that I did with Tom Ferry in 2021. And he's kind of the first time I really thought about it because we were in a small group setting and he talked about the importance of CEO time, thinking time, where you don't do anything. You just sit there and you think. And I thought to myself at that time, how am I going to do that? I barely have time to do anything else. Like now he wants me to do thinking time. It was very bizarre to me at that moment. And then I watched a couple different podcasts where like Jeff Bezos and some of these other huge billionaires are saying that they don't take meetings because they have huge chunks of time that they just think. And I thought, wow, there it is again, thinking time. And I thought, interesting. But again, I didn't really implement it. And now this last week, I went and sat on Business Mastery 2 with Tony Robbins, 5 days of immersive learning for 12 plus hours for 5 days straight. And Keith Cunningham spoke, and he spoke again about thinking time. This time it stuck. And it has been a homework challenge I've given all my coaching clients, and I'm going to give this to you as well. And it really made me think and open my mind. And when he said thinking time is so important is because you need to spend time once a week, and probably on a Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Monday, whatever day that is either the end of your week or the beginning of your week, because this is a great time, like whether you're doing your weekly preview, we talk about that in calendaring, or reviewing the week before is a good time to do this thinking time. And what you want to do is get in a space, and he said 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes. And I would say 30 to 45, start with 30 and put it on your calendar to make it consistent once a week. And what you're going to do is have a blank journal. If you're a woman, you probably have a journal, and you probably have a very pretty journal with a pretty pen. If not, get one. I don't care if it's a spiral notebook, but get something and say, this is my thinking book is what I would say. And in that book, it's gonna be blank. And it's really important because in order to have a really good thinking session, you have to have a really good question. And that's what I was like, that's when it hit me. Because every time before when people would bring thinking, it would just be, just think. And I'm thinking, what am I thinking about? He proposes to write a question that makes you think. And if you don't have good thinking time, it's because you don't have a good question. And one of the questions he shared, which I thought was fascinating, and you don't do multiple questions, you just write one question and then you just journal all your thoughts from that question. That's the point. Get everything out there and figure out what is the real obstacle and how do you address that obstacle, right? How do you address the problem, not the symptom? Very interesting, right? The root cause, not the symptom. And that really made my mind really open up. And so the basic conversation was this is an example of what I would say you should think about. Where are the blind spots in my business or my life? Where are the blind spots? And when I say blind spots, I mean, for those of you that may not understand that terminology, is what am I not seeing in my business, or what am I not choosing to see? Someone brought that up today. What are you ignoring? You're making it a blind spot because you're putting the ostrich in the sand. That's how people die of sicknesses. Sometimes they don't want to go to the doctor when they know something's glaringly wrong. So you really want to look at, that's a great first question to talk about. And then you can start journaling, I'm ignoring that I need to fire someone, or I'm ignoring that I need more staff, or I'm ignoring that my cash flow is an issue. Whatever the things that are issue, you need to journal and just write in a continuous thought. And that's why it needs to be quiet, undisturbed time. Turn off the bings and the bongs on your phone, put it on do not disturb or airplane mode, close the door, let your whole family know you're going into thinking time, or do it first thing in the morning where no one's awake and it's really quiet and still. And all the thoughts, especially you women, you know what I'm talking about. You're not looping and going cuckoo. Really important to think about doing this every single week. And that's what I'm doing. And it's something that I'm really excited about to implement. And I challenge you to do that. And I'm curious, I'm going to check back and do a follow-up on thinking time to see what's come of it. Because I think it's going to give you further outcomes on what it is that you want to work on and what do you need to be doing to grow your business based on your thinking time coming out. Because it's going to allow you to be thoughtful and have more clarity going into the week. And also sometimes you don't give yourself space because you're constantly running from one to the next, especially you moms out there running these businesses, running with clients that are binging and bonging you all hours of the day that we're dealing with this, right? How do you have time to really think about what you're not seeing in your business? And then if you don't know what you're seeing in your business, how do you know what the problem is to address it to move forward? So that's something I challenge you to do. And I'm curious, again, comment below, what are the things that you would like to journal about if you had thinking time? Because I'd love to share that with my coaching clients. And also I'd love for you to like and subscribe if you want to continue to have more content on how to grow and thrive in your life and business, especially Ashley Real Estate. Thanks, ladies. Have a great night.